Greetings. This is not going to be a typical video because we are in a very special destination, marking 2 years crossing the great USA on the road. There's one state, however, that's a bit harder to get to than the others, amongst, a couple, like Hawaii, but we've been there. The other state that's very hard to get to is Alaska. So we're doing it a bit in style. We're going on a 7-day cruise. Check it out. So this is the Princess Cruise line. We're departing from Seattle, and this is a typical stateroom. It has a balcony. Is one of the more pricier rooms because it has a balcony view, which I'll show you in a bit. But this is what a bathroom looks like. Pretty compact, given there's a ship with probably hundreds of rooms, but very similar to like an airplane bathroom, but nicer and bigger. Some life jackets there, some storage areas. You got a nice sized bed, little mini bar, and a little desk here, TV, and we paid a bit extra to have a nice balcony. Check it out. Hello.
Hi.
So, just off in the distance over there is Seattle. There's the Space Needle. So we'll be sailing along the edge of British Columbia and Alaska, making a few stops. We'll be going to the capital of Alaska, Juneau, Skagway, and we'll be seeing some epic glaciers in Glacier Bay National Park. So, it's our first time on a cruise. We got some first time on a cruise this big, but so far so good. So with that said, maybe later on I'll give you guys a bit of a tour of the rest of the boat, and I'm excited to show you guys a bit more. Arrived to the capital city of Alaska, Juneau. We're just coming up on the port now after sailing for about a day and a half. We're gonna disembark over there and explore Mendenhall Glacier later today. It's a rainy, cold day this late May on Memorial Day 2023. It's been smooth sailing so far. I'm excited to check out the town. We'll see you guys there in a few hours. There's a cool tramway way up there. I'm not sure if you can see. And there's just tons of waterfalls all along the edge of the hills over here. Going off to see Mendenhall Glacier and the Nugget Falls Trail. This is Nugget Falls, right next to the glacier over there. I'll try to get a better view of the glacier later on, but very nice waterfall. This is all sourced directly from the glacier, the same glacier from Mendenhall right over there. Check it out. This water is coming from actually that glacial field, from the Mendenhall Glacier field back there. This is just runoff from the glacial melt.
Continuous runoff?
Yeah, I mean you're dealing with like you heard like thousands of feet of packed snow that melts every year, and that snow and that ice and snow melt is what you see there. All these waterfalls all along the edge of the mountains. So that was a bit of footage of the Mendenhall Glacier. Very cool place. Very cool place. So lots of people go there as well. So it's best, in my opinion, after having gone there just now, is to try to be the first group to visit the park, which I think they open around noon. Or just try to go as early as you can because there's tons of tourists there. But worth seeing. And Juneau is pretty cool. It's a very touristy town, as you can imagine. You have just rows of cruise ships all parked. There's ours right there, the Princess. Cool town, lots of shops, lots of unique stuff. We're back on the boat. Tomorrow we're heading to Skagway.
Skagway, and I'm really excited. Check it out.
Welcome to Skagway. It's a nice sunny windy day.
Miles, and while we send them a really long extension cord.
I like Susanna. We're still on doing that. Okay, we'll fix it right now.
Just over there is the US-Canada border. We are in the summit of some of the Klondike mountain ranges. Check out this beautiful view. All this snow fell just this morning. So Skagway is very small. It's probably, I want to say, 5 or 6 blocks wide and maybe like 10 blocks long. Very small city, completely surrounded by gorgeous snow-capped mountains. I thought our cruise ship was huge, but compared to these mountains, the cruise ships are dwarfed by these gorgeous views. So there's one school in all of Skagway for like about 100 students, and there's no hospital here. So if you fall and bust your hip or something, guess what? You're gonna need a $20,000 plane ride, ambulance trip to the nearest town of Juneau in order for you to see the doctor. So if you're a resident in Skagway, you essentially can't get sick, otherwise you're screwed. You have to be completely self-reliant out here because, yeah, it's a small town and you're on your own out here. day 4 here on the Great Alaskan Adventure. Today's probably going to be the highlight of the whole trip, because we're sailing here early in the morning. It's about 5 a.m., 5:30, to the legendary Glacier Bay National Park. We're gonna see massive 100-feet walls of solid ice that are hundreds of miles wide and thousands of feet deep. And I'm not even exaggerating that. It's truly gonna be a wondrous experience. It gets pretty chilly up here in Alaska, obviously. The decks are usually empty because it rains and you just get strong winds, but the views are worth it. All around are just freshly snowed mountains, pristine clear air. Sometimes on the shorelines you see bears, elk, even whales sometimes on the waters, and sea lions swimming along the boat. So I'm up here early trying to get a good spot to see the glaciers. A national park ranger is going to come on board and give a few presentations to the people on the cruise, since the only way to access the national park on land is either by boat or plane, and you usually need special permits to visit this national park because of how wild and remote it is. Only 2 cruises are able to visit the national park in any given day and kind of cruise around the glaciers. So I think us and a boat over there are the 2 lucky ones for today. This ship is absolutely massive, by the way. Maybe I'll probably do a separate video just to give you guys a walkthrough of the Princess Cruise ships. There's another cruise over there. I'm not sure if you can make it out. But yeah, this cruise line specifically, Princess Cruise, I'm really impressed by it. Not only is the ship great physically, in terms of all the amenities it has, but the staff is really top notch. Every single staff member, from the people who clean tables and wait tables, and the staff that cleans the rooms, they're all very, very friendly, very, very professional, very, very top-notch workers. So thank you to them, and I really recommend that stuff. Those services can't be understated in their importance. And tons of entertainment as well. They have really good high-quality shows every night. Lots of stuff to do for everyone. So I'll probably do a separate video just to give you guys a walkthrough of what the cruise is like, because it's big. And it might interest you guys. Maybe you guys are considering, oh, should I do a cruise to Alaska? Oh, I definitely recommend it. It's truly a great experience. So later on, as we make our way in that channel over there, we should see some epic views. So it's pretty early morning here, so I feel like everyone's asleep. Otherwise, this place is absolutely bustling, but greater for the tour. They have art galleries. They have fancy shops where you could buy jewelry and souvenirs. There's a big casino down there. In the lower level of casino, they have blackjack and poker, Texas Hold'em tables, bars in the casino. There's bars all over the place so that you can grab a drink. They have fancy shops. So this is where usually everything happens. They usually have events here and live music down there. This is sort of the central meeting point of the whole ship, and it's flanked with 3 floors of shops, restaurants, bars, and they do lots of shows down there too. They even have a massive theater where they do shows every night. Here, last night they had a ventriloquist show. The other night they had a very good like singing and dancing show. And the night before that they had a comedy show. So hundreds of seats here, really good entertainment, really big theater. There's lots of elevators and staircases to get around. If you're lost, it's a big ship. They have lots of these maps and screens around for you to find your way. So they have the itineraries and stuff all over the place, so you always know what's going on. There's also like a cool like game room or game show room. Lots of fun events in here. They do like Deal or No Deal and other types of interactive audience games. We're in the bottom level now of the central area, and they have more stuff down here. More shops. They have a great gelato ice cream parlor. They have more bars and fancy restaurants. Yeah, since it's so early, this is the absolute least people I've ever seen on the 4 days on the ship. But it's a good time to get some peace and quiet. There's a cafe over there, Italian style cafe with coffee, pastries, open 24/7. And over there is a spa. You can make reservations for mani-pedi or body massage, and a few other help desks. So the Princess Cruise is actually named after this lady. You might recognize her. The Duchess of Cambridge. So each floor is separated by even and odd numbered room numbers. It's pretty easy to navigate once you get the hang of it. There's maps all over the place in case you're lost. Hello again. This is day 5 of our Alaskan adventure. We are in the town of Ketchikan. Well, maybe not Venice, but kind of like Amsterdam. You have rivers and houses built on top of the water. In the summer months, the salmon would be coming right up here, right along the sides of the streets here, and swimming along by. There's so much salmon here, actually, that this is the salmon capital of the world. This city.
In November, right side of the hall, you will see some modifications that were made to our house, like indoor plumbing. Notice the clever men's room. You're all welcome.
Is that the vibrator? Oh shit, that's like a machine.
So this is Dolly's house. It's the only and first brothel here in Alaska. Dolly was a young woman who came from Idaho. And here's where she would service the tired lumberjacks and loggers of Alaska.
Fisherman.
And if they wouldn't leave, she would whack them over the head with this electric vibrator.
Girls are fingerprinted and registered at the police station, and they have.
And this is the creek of Creek Street. Yeah, that's all we have time for Ketchikan. We were only here for a couple hours. I would say probably one of the coolest things about this town is the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. Make sure to check that out. We couldn't film that show, but it was very, very fun. I would definitely recommend it. Lots of cool native totem making history and arts here as well. I recommend checking that out. Just from what I know, we couldn't experience that either, because again, we're only here for a few hours and the weather's terrible. It's cold and rainy, but we'd love to come back here one day again. We're going back on the boat now. The Princess one over there. Good morning, everyone. We're back in Seattle, unfortunately. Vacation's over. What a spectacular trip it's been in Alaska. I hope you've enjoyed the footage of the glaciers and other things I've shown you all. Wish I had more time again to check out more of the cruise and different cities in Alaska, but there's always next time. We're here still waiting to be disembarked. Some people have started leaving already, but we're docked in Seattle now. And yeah, so we'll see each other next time.